alarm clock. Do you guys like the sound of your alarm clock?
I like mine. I'll play it for you. It does this really cool thing.
What's the sound?
It's well, how am I
Oh,
gonna...
you're gonna play it? Don't play it.
No, I'm not. It's
Guys,
called.
welcome to the show that's on in the afternoon. It is 3 o'clock on this.
It's called Radial.
Radial, very good. That's the one. That's the alarm that you need to wake you up for 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The show that's on in the afternoon. All the cool kids, all the sunnies out there, we know it as Afternoon Delight. That's right. All right, we've got all of our usual suspects on the docket today. We have a pop culture Thunderdome quiz. We're going to be talking about famous abandoned homes and places today. I actually really love. There's a really good follow. I think it's on Facebook that it's called like Abandoned
Yes.
Homes. I love
Did
it.
you
It's
see
so cool.
There's a place in
Georgia.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Where the whole town is on fire. It's underneath the ground.
Really cool.
And everybody had to move from there.
It's really awesome.
I love these
yeah.
stories.
I mean, a lot of really cool, like just plantations that were just
Yeah.
abandoned and things.
Amusement parks.
We're gonna be talking about that. Then, of course, we're gonna get into meme it or leave it. We're gonna be leading off with a shady Tom Cruise meme today. That was picked specifically for Mel, so that'll be perfect to just roast him. And then we get into Addie's Reddit rundown report. Ooh.
Scared.
It's an interesting story about an engagement ring. We will get into it. And that'll be a fun one. And then, of course, we have Is This News? Mel sent over 3 news stories, and we're going to be the judge and the jury today. Is this newsworthy or not? We have some really interesting ones, so we'll see. And then, of course, we'll finish off with Hey Girl Hey, horrible horoscopes. I'm on deck today. It's Libra and Scorpio.
Whoop.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, because they've been vicious this week. All right, let's get into Pop Culture Thunderdome. Can I please have some famous abandoned house music?
Ooh, spooky.
House music. All right. The first one is the Winchester Mystery House in San Jose was built nonstop for 38 years by heiress Sarah
It's
Winchester.
so
Legend says she kept building that to appease what? Is it her nosy neighbors? Is it the spirits of the people killed by Winchester rifles? Or is it a team of demanding architects? Or is it the local tax collector?
It's B. I actually watched a thing on this about a month ago.
Oh, I'd love to watch the thing on that.
It's really
Do you
cool.
remember where you saw it?
History Channel.
Okay, cool. Question 2. The same mansion is famous for its 47 staircases and doors lead to where? To A, secret treasure rooms, B, straight into the ocean, C, nowhere into the walls and ceilings, or D, to identical copies of each room.
It's nowhere. C.
Oh, wow.
You got to watch it's so crazy, this house.
Cool. All right, question 3. The Kolmenskop, a ghost town in the Namibian desert, was once one of the richest towns on Earth thanks to which glittering discovery? Is it A, gold, or B, oil, C, diamonds, or D, silver?
Diamonds.
Question 4. Today, the empty house of Kolmenskop are famously being swallowed up by what? A, sand, B, jungle vines, C, floodwater, or D, lava?
Sand.
Question 5. Japan's abandoned Hashima Island is nicknamed Gunkajima, which means what, thanks to its silhouette? Is it Ghost Island? Is it Battleship Island? Is it Coal Island? Or is it Forbidden Island?
Battleship Island.
Hashima Island was used as a villain's creepy lair in which 2012 James Bond film? Was it Skyfall? Was it Spectre? Was it Casino Royale? Or is it No Time to Die?
Oh, it's Baby Thunderdome.
Baby Thunderdome quiz so Mel can get an answer right. Baby Thunderdome question number 1. The spirits of... Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Answer key was on top of the Baby Thunderdome
Oh,
quiz.
no.
There we go. Here we go. It's only 3
Just
o'clock.
keep reading it. I can get it right.
3 o'clock, yeah. Question 1. A house that nobody lives in anymore and is falling apart is called a brand new house, abandoned house, bouncy house, or underwater house?
Abandoned.
Yes, correct. Bouncy. All right. Question 7. The town of
That's what I was talking about.
Centralia, Pennsylvania was abandoned because of what disaster, and it's still happening today? Is it A, a never-ending flood, B, an underground coal mine fire, or C, a sinkhole epidemic, or D, a chemical spill?
I think this is the underground coal mine fire B.
I think you're right, yeah. Right, we'll check in just a little bit. Question 8. Experts say Centralia's underground fire has enough fuel to keep burning for roughly how many more years? Is it 10 years? Is it 50? Is it 250? Or is it 1,000?
Baby Thunderdome?
Baby Thunderdome quiz so Mel can get an answer right. Question number 2, Baby Thunderdome. A spooky, empty town where nobody lives in anymore is often called a ghost town,
Yes.
or boom town, or beach town, or clown town.
Ghost.
Yeah, good job.
Ghost
Clown.
town.
I love clown.
Clown Town.
All right, next up. Bannerman Castle, an abandoned castle on the island in New York's Hudson River, was actually built as what? A royal summer palace, a military surplus warehouse, a grand hotel, or a prison?
I'm going to say a prison.
I've actually been here before.
Yeah? Was it cool?
Extremely. Question 10. The entire city of Pripyat, Ukraine, was abandoned almost overnight in 1986 following what event? Was it a massive earthquake? Was it the Chernobyl nuclear disaster? Was it a volcanic eruption? Or was it a citywide
I
flood?
think it's Chernobyl.
You are.
You don't know if I'm right.
correct. Let's see. Hopefully. All right, let me get that answer.
Da 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 da. Haunted.
All right, what did you say on question 1?
B, the spirits of people killed by Winchester rifles.
That is correct. As the legend goes, Sarah believed nonstop construction would keep restless spirits at bay. Historians say the real story is more ordinary. She just loved to build. All right, question 2. Where do those staircases lead?
Nowhere.
Correct. The house has staircases that climb right into a ceiling and doors that open onto blank walls and wonderfully spooky maze of 160 rooms.
It's very creepy.
All right, Coleman Scott boomed from what?
Diamonds.
Correct. After a worker found a diamond in the sand in 1908, Coleman Scott boomed and 1 point producing over 10% of the world's diamonds and even had its first X-ray machine in the southern hemisphere. Interesting. All right, what's killing it though?
Sand.
Correct. Once the diamonds ran out, the town was abandoned by 1950s, and now the desert is pouring in, filling the grand houses waist deep with sand. That's sad. All right, what was the island called?
Battleship Island.
Correct. From a distance, the concrete-covered island looks like a warship on the sea. At its peak, a warship, like a ship. As its peak, it was the most densely populated place on Earth. Interesting. I know you went Baby Thunderdome, but do you have a guess on which 007 film?
No Time to Die.
No.
Skyfall.
Yes. It inspired Villain Silva's abandoned hideout, though they recreated part of it in a studio and used movie magic for the rest.
Ooh.
All right, you said on this next one.
Underground coal mine fire.
That is correct.
This is what I said when we were talking about this.
Very interesting.
I
A fire
forgot
that started in
Pennsylvania.
1962 spread into the coal mines beneath the town and has been burning ever since. God's sakes, that's crazy.
Yeah, you watch the footage on it. It's super crazy.
That's weird. All right, next up, there's so much coal down there, it could smolder how many years?
I said Baby Thunderdome, but I feel like it's 250 more years.
That is correct. Today, only a tiny handful of people remain. My gosh, there's still people living there?
Yeah, not that many though. And in a lot of these abandoned ghost towns and stuff like that, there are still people that live there, which is crazy to
That's
me.
crazy. All right, next up, what did you say?
I said prison, but I feel like it's a military surplus warehouse.
It is a military surplus warehouse. Businessman Francis Bannerman built his fairy tale castle as storage for his army surplus goods, a warehouse that happened to look like a medieval fortress. There's also another one called Bolt Castle, and that one's like he built it for the beautiful woman of his life, and that was like her castle.
I want my own castle.
And then the kid had her like mini of Bolt Castle. Like it's beautiful. But I love people people have a lot of money.
Yeah.
All right, last question.
I said Chernobyl.
That is correct. The nuclear disaster after the 1986 accident, the whole city was
still live
evacuated
there.
in a day. I know, it's crazy. All right, you got a 90.
I got a 90.
That's another A.
I love abandoned stuff.
It's very cool. I thought that was a really cool topic to
Yes.
do. Guys, let's go to Capybara Cafe.
Do it.
Looking for your wild side with a gentle twist, Sonnies? Say hello to the Capybara Cafe, Florida's most unforgettable animal experience. Get up close and personal with capybaras, reptiles, and the cutest exotic creatures around, all while learning, laughing, and making a real impact. Every visit supports animal shelters, provides sustainability, and delivers educational magic for the whole fam. So don't just scroll, scurry over to thecapybaracafe.com and book your encounter now. The Capybara Cafe, where curiosity lives and your wild heart gets to roam. I don't know. Interesting. All right, let's get into boat drinks. Meme it or leave it. All right, the first one, here we go. There used to be rumors back in the 90s that Tom Cruise was gay. Then he spent 25 years leaping off skyscrapers, riding motorcycles off the cliffs, and hanging midair from the wings of an airplane. And people collectively went, okay, fine, he's not gay.
So stupid. Annoying.
It's just it was really a thing back in the day that people would say this.
Skip.
And it was just, now it's as interesting, hindsight is 2020, is that he really doubled down on his masculinity.
Yeah.
That's where that's coming from. I just find that hysterical.
So stupid.
Next up, I don't trust mechanics. I need my tires rotated. Nice try, bud. That's called driving.
I always think that.
Right.
Don't they rotate on the daily?
Right. Oh, this next one. This is, Mel's weather report. Every time she says there's a breeze, and there's the breeze. Yeah. God.
That is true. That's funny.
Next up, only pet parents will understand how your pet's nickname keeps evolving until it has nothing to do with their original name.
That's a true story.
Yeah,
like
Gucci's...
Shiva, one of her nicknames was Lala. I don't know how you get that, but it worked.
I mean, Gucci goes house hippo. I mean, seriously. Next up, bananas are to smoothies what garlic is to pasta.
You know what? That is true.
That is absolutely truth. That's right true. There. Next up, I'm having the most peaceful crash out of my life right now. Like I'm going insane, but I'm also just chilling and vibing. I'm stressed out about a bunch of stuff, but at the same time, I'm not. I don't even know how to explain it.
You know, that's true. That's called 40s.
This meme speaks to me like it's the truth.
That's called your 40s.
Next up, my strategy of telling myself I'll deal with that in August has backfired spectacularly. Oh, jeez.
Yes. We're going to circle back and just keep circling.
Oh, well, speaking of circle back, we are like 2 seconds away from the return of pumpkin spice latte, which means it's basically fall, which means it's let's circle back in the next year season. It's practically upon us. So happy holidays, everybody. See you in 2027.
That is true.
This is our last show.
Stop.
Oh, was that our last one?
No, we're on number 9.
Okay, number 9. I don't like when people eat wings and be having the whole wing in their mouth and slide out.
That's
all
disgusting.
The meat's gone. You're just too damn hungry for me.
I hate that.
It is the oddest thing. If you know what I'm talking about here.
How can you do that?
There are some people that can there is not a morsel left on those bones.
That's gross.
It is so weird to me. It's
Creepy.
like, wow.
Number 10, last one.
How dare you speak to me like that on my toilet's wedding day.
Do you remember when everybody had these?
Yes. Oh my gosh. My neighbor had one of these. It was like the most religious bathroom you've ever seen.
So
and it had she had one of those you sit down and it's like a seat, it's like a cushiony
one.
Oh, God.
And then when people had carpeting in their bathroom.
So weird.
Carpeting in your bathroom. Think about that.
Oh
my God.
Let's go to boat drinks. Think about that.
Ew. Yum.
Somewhere between lunch and legend, there's a place where the day slips off its mundane. Helmed by Captain Rob and Captain Whitney, part hosts, part legends, part beautifully orchestrated icons. This isn't just a bar, it's a daytime escape portal for people who refuse to live boring lives. Boat Drinks Bar is the vibe to thrive, to stay alive. You didn't plan to stay all afternoon, but Boat Drinks has never been concerned with your plans. Find your escape in Uptown St. Augustine, 123 San Marco Avenue, where the afternoons arrive fashionably late and leave comfortably transformed. Boat Drinks.
Okay, I've got a joke for you.
Oh, good.
This is from Amy.
Okay. Hey, Amy. Thank you. I love jokes.
Big shout out to Amy.
Especially if it's punny.
I walked into a doctor's office and the receptionist asked me what I had. I said shingles. So she said, wrote down my name, address, medical insurance number, and told me to have a seat. 15 minutes later, a nurse's aide came out and asked me what I had. I said shingles. So she wrote that down, and my height and my weight and complete medical history, and told me to wait in the examining room. A half an hour later, a nurse comes in and asks me what I had. And I said, Shingles!
That's what happens at the doctor's office, though.
So the nurse gave me a blood test, a blood pressure test, an echocardiogram, and told me to take off my clothes and wait for the doctor. An hour later, the doctor came in,
What do you
found
have?
me sitting patiently in the nude, asked me what I had. I said, shingles. The doctor said, where? I said, outside in my truck. Where do you want me to unload them?
I love that. Oh my God.
I about fell out of my seat when she sent me
That's
that.
hilarious.
I was like, I screenshot it. I'm like, I have to read that to Mel. She's just
I
so
love
funny.
that. I love those kind of jokes. That's so silly.
All right, let's get into Abby's Reddit rundown report. We have a best of Redditor update today.
Oh, good.
And that means the TLDR is, now Opie is 28 male.
What
and
does Opie mean?
original poster.
Thank you.
Male 28, and his partner is a female. She's 27. My engagement with my partner is ruined because of a ring. My engagement with my partner is ruined because of a ring. Starting over. My engagement with my partner is ruined because of a ring. TLDR. Proposed with my girlfriend with a fake ring. Her parents accuse us of doing it intentionally. My parents get upset and don't want us to continue. All right, here's the story. My partner and I have been together for 3 years. We both love each other since the very beginning. She has brought up the topic of marriage for a while, so I decided to propose to her last month in Korea, where she grew up.
Oh, that's cute.
I custom made the gold ring with a ruby and 3 diamonds on each side and asked my parents to make it with their regular jewelry shop they've been going to for a while out of town. I also organized a professional photographer, then asked her to marry me in a traditional Korean village. She said yes, and everything went smoothly, except the ring was a little too big. She stayed a bit longer in Korea while I returned home for work. She went with her mom to a jewelry shop the following week and asked for the ring to be made smaller. The issue started when the shop attendant said the whole ring was fake, the gold, the ruby, and the diamonds. I paid $1,500 for the ring. Not a crazy amount, but I thought it was
That's
a
a lot
pretty
of
ring.
money.
She went to 4 different shops and everyone said pretty much the same thing. One shop valued the ring at only $30 to $40. My partner and her mom were understanding at first, saying that we would have not have known. She came back from Korea and she told me her parents were very upset the ring and that my parents, because they made the ring, only valued her as a $30 bride. They refused to meet my parents, which was initially organized for the end of the year. My mom said to her that it would be better if I admitted about the fake ring with the view of buying a proper one in the future. These implied that we gave her a fake ring on purpose. My parents were very upset and told me that they won't bless our marriage. Question. Is ring really the problem here? I'm not sure how to move forward now. I never knew a ring could potentially break our 3-year-long relationship. And then he sends a picture of a ring, which it's a very simple, classic shank, like that's the no diamonds on the part. There's a center stone of a ruby, and then 2 side diamonds. And it's very dainty, very dainty. I have apologized multiple times and showed them the receipt. We are both Asians, so families play a big role in our marriage. Comments. Uninspired username 9S says, it's people, the names.
The names.
Your first stop should be to tear down the door of your parents' jeweler.
Oh, come on.
If they really don't know, then I'd go right to the jeweler. Your parents should have their jewelry checked too. And 1.5K is nothing to sniff at either.
Yeah.
And then LaFrench75 says, you can certainly get quality lab diamonds and rubies at that price, especially since those diamonds are quite small. Lab stones are real too, but they are structurally identical to the mine ones. And that's a whole nother rabbit hole that we can go into, but we're not going to. Next up, Pop Yo Box says, either your parents are very cheap when it comes to money, or your jeweler is a scammer and a thief. Neither option is great. Quiet Restaurant 8363 says,
So many letters.
it's so funny. Opie, the ring is beautiful, but I would be insulted if my parents bought a fake ring and knew it was fake. I think your parents may not like your partner and they set you up.
Oh.
Opie responds to this one. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I have sent them the receipt and checked the gold ring, which is real. Going to put the diamonds and the rubies in the lab next week. I think the trust has been broken, and it's now how I restore and build trust again. I initially asked them to make it because the shop is a small business and local to us. They offer flexibility, and the fee is cheaper than the big brands. My partner and I are into FIRE, financial independence, retire early. Oh, that's like, I guess that's a new kind of couple.
Okay.
So I try to get a good value for everything. All right, update. 6 days later.
Update.
Where my fiance's parents are upset and accuse my parents intentionally giving a fake engagement ring. Tested in the lab, and it is a natural ruby from Burma. Beautiful.
Okay.
They can't guarantee the result and can offer insurance letter. Okay, so sort of like a appraisal.
Okay.
Certificate. So he's showing the
So it's
certificate.
real. The ruby's real.
Correct.
Okay.
They said there is a natural crack in the ruby and a natural inclusion. No, that's good.
That's good?
That's a very good thing. Yes.
Okay.
Probably a jewelry expert can shed some light into what these mean, because if it was completely lab, it would be
Perfect.
Perfect. And you want natural inclusions because that's sort of like a fingerprint to a gemstone. So it
Okay.
kind of gives it like, oh, you know that's a Burmese.
It's like special.
Because all the different elements that help grow this are going to shine through. Okay. So unfortunately, because the ring is now genuine, my parents are more upset about the accusation. On the other hand, my fiance's parents really don't trust the result. This is a major trust issue. We decided to let things settle before we discuss our intention of staying together and getting married. Question: any suggestion on how to approach the situations?
I feel like the parents are more upset than them.
I feel like there's a real struggle with tradition here. And I think that there's a level of respect. I see what her parents are saying. I mean, they're saying,
Yeah.
you bought me a fake ring, but are we really putting too much weight on this ring?
I think there's a bigger issue here.
Okay.
I think there's I kind of agree with what the poster said. I think there is, or the comment of, my face 99346, that comment. It's not really a
Quiet
person, I knew that.
restraint 8363.
Yeah, I feel like there's an underlying, we don't approve of this and we're not happy about it. The person you chose, we think it's too fast.
I agree.
And this is their way of saying that without really saying that.
So they're using it, finding the ring as an excuse.
Right, but I feel like the fiance, she doesn't even really care about the ring. She's like, I just want to, and they already said they're doing this FIRE marriage, whatever it is.
Yeah, they want to be
I feel
independent.
But it's found out that it's real. Now it's like, okay, well, now the whole thing is ruined.
Yeah.
Now it's like, what's the point?
Well, Hill Michelson chimes in here. Hill says, you've handled the situation well, but if your fiance still doesn't trust you, even after you've shown her proof, it might be worth considering ending the relationship. It's possible that she's being influenced by her parents or trying to use the situation to break up with you by painting you as the bad guy. You need to sit down with her and have a serious conversation. Clearly explain to her that you won't buy her a new ring. And if she can't trust you after you've provided proof that that ring is genuine, then you see no point in continuing the relationship.
Just be happy you got a pretty ring.
God.
And that somebody loves
It's
you
a
and wants
symbol.
But here's the thing: be happy about the. I've known people, that in their early stages they were young and they got married. They couldn't afford real jewelry, so they did other things.
Right.
But my whole thing is like, just be happy about the ring and be happy someone thinks that much of you. They want to spend their life with you.
Right.
I mean, the ring is just a symbol. Like, my ring is still the original engagement stone. My ring is not big or flashy. It's nice, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think that they're putting too much weight on getting a designer ring.
And that makes me nervous, because as they move through their marriage and their life, like, are they going to be pushed into buying a bigger house that they can't afford, or
You're
having
absolutely
the cars?
right.
Like,
It's going to be a snowball effect
You know
of
what I'm
things.
saying?
Yeah.
this makes me sad for this guy.
Hill Michelson keeps going here. She and her family should have apologized to you and should have defended you to her family. If she's not able to admit her mistakes, she may not be a good partner for your future. Your relationship with your future in-laws seemed damaged beyond repair, and they might have concocted this story to convince your fiance to break up with you, just
I
like
think
you
there's
said.
an
Mel.
underlying,
So Opie says, thanks. He lives with me. We've been living together for 2 years. Who is he talking about?
Is this the girl talking or the boy talking?
This is the girl talk. No, this is Opie. He's talking about his dad. We've been living together for 2 years. She said that the result doesn't matter anymore. Okay, but I do believe it does matter. It shows her family resolves conflicts should it arise. This hits hard because of how true it is. I'm a bit disappointed that she doesn't have the trust in me. We've been together for 3 years and lived together for 2. Oh, there it is. I should clarify that the result doesn't matter anymore because she believes it's fake, no matter what the test we do. The jewelry store's in Korea, and it was fake, and she believes them. Those were her own words.
Then if she feels this way, give the ring back, end the relationship, and move on with your life. Because, listen, when you first get married, especially if they're young or whatever, you have no money. You have nothing. And if you believe
gotta be able
and you
to,
love that person, marriage, guys, Jim and I say it all the time, like, we are a team.
Yeah.
If one of our teammates is going down, the other one's going to struggle and pick it up. But that's the whole thing, and I think this is the problem because we have these people who live their life online, influencers, I'm just going to say it, that are putting out there what your jewelry is supposed to look like, what your house should look like. And I think society,
like
no
an
matter
online
what,
pressure?
Yeah, no matter what country you live in, I think people are really thinking that's how life should be. When you first get married, you should have this big diamond. No, like, I also have friends who they had very small stones, and as they hit their like 15, 20-year marriage, they got a new ring and it was bigger.
Right.
When the finances got there, and then as they moved through their life, this girl and her family, I just think it's gonna end. It's gonna be a very stressful marriage. I don't think the team mentality is there.
Right. There is an update. They ended up breaking up.
Okay.
I can't read it because he deleted it, and so unfortunately, but I do know that I did have the opportunity to read it. They did end up breaking up.
Good
and
for him.
He was like, I was a little bit sad about it, but basically hindsight is 2020, and maybe I'm dodging a bullet here. It sounds like her family doesn't even want to work this out, and it does sound like what you originally said was they were fabricating this story so that she could break up with him, and that's not a perfect
At the end of the day, if you have to do that much proof giving, I don't even know if that's a term. It is now. If you have to give that much proof and like over and over, enough. There's too much work.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point?
Yeah. I mean, he went to town too. He went
above and beyond, man.
He went
That
above and
poor
beyond,
guy.
and there's ways for a scratch test, honestly, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, don't scratch my ring. No, it's gold. It's okay. You want to do a scratch test because that's going to be your most authentic tester.
Mean?
So what they'll do is they'll take a ring and they'll take like a little there's like a little file on the inside so that you scratch just a little bit, and then you put a little bit of like an acid test on it, and if it bubbles, it's gold. If it doesn't, it just stays flat, then it's not real. And his ring is going to have a stamp on it. If it's sterling silver, it's going to say 925. If it's 18 karat gold, it's going to say 750. So you're going to see those little tiny emblems inside. So there's a lot of things to be able to validate. Well, you have to, because there's a lot of fakes out there.
Yeah.
And if even at the end of the day, even if this ring was not real, I'm still saying, like, it's a ring. It's a symbol of this eternal love that they're about to have.
And they want to talk about traditions and stuff like this. Like, I just think the impression I'm getting from her family is they're very materialistic.
Well, I can tell you that
They put the trust in the wrong thing.
Traditionally, a ruby is not an engagement ring. I mean, if they're going to really go tit for tat on this, it's got to be a diamond, and maybe that's what they are.
The diamond is forever.
Well,
right?
and the diamond is the most traditional center stone. Sometimes they'll do like a ruby if if there's their kid involved, and that's like the ruby's birthstone is But like honestly, and then maybe that's what that was like. Wow, you got engaged with the ruby. Now, you and I or anybody else would be like, it's the most beautiful ring we've seen.
I would be like, holy crap! This you thought outside of the box.
I know.
This is amazing.
I actually love colored stones.
I'm glad that
Unfortunately,
they're done.
They're worthless. I am too. Actually, this was a really good. I feel like he dodged a major bullet.
And he lost $1,500.
Yeah. And now he can just go to Panache and get a massage.
Yes.
Every guest, every time. Since 1987, Panache opened its doors to be a cut above the rest. Their mission at Panache is to care for their team, their guests, and community from scalp to soul and bring the joy to the world one service at a time. The Panache difference is their carefully chosen and highly trained staff there to exceed your expectations. The same goes for their elegant salon space, dedicated to guest comfort and devotion to innovation and artistry. They're focused on making your day and continually raising the bar by aligning with Aveda's mission. You gotta get Panache. Match.com and get with it, boo.
It's like your
Do you want me to
original
tell you?
engagement
Do you want me
ring.
to tell you the story of what happened when Jim went to get me an engagement ring?
Yeah.
I'm not going to name the jeweler's place at all.
I
He
know.
went in and he said, "This is the amount of money I have, and this is all I have." He was told by one salesperson, "We have nothing in here for you." Well, then this guy, I think Jim called you or I called you because my husband was devastated. He's like, "Oh my God." David gets him in touch with the right person. He goes and they take him to the back room and they show him, "We have something for you." And lo and behold, there's my engagement ring.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it's all about, the experience of the ring is really what is going to be so special. So that story was great.
I liked it.
I'm glad he's not with her.
Me too.
All right, is this news? Here we go. Story number 1. This one's called The Ghost Cat.
Meow meow.
All right, here's what we got. Way over in the rainforest of Borneo, scientists set up a little motion-activated camera deep in the jungle. And one of them snapped a photo of a Sunda-clouded leopard. Whoa. A wildcat so rare and so sneaky that researchers literally call it the ghost of the forest.
Sneaky.
And this particular one, Sonnies, is now the oldest one ever caught on camera in the wild. A female, about 8.5 years old, still strong. She still got all of her teeth.
Wow.
Still ruling her patch of the jungle. So Big Story Mel is a picture of an old cat in a tree. It's a nice cat, I'm sure, but it's a cat photo. Is this actually news?
You hush your mouth. One of the rarest photographs on the whole entire planet. These cats are almost never seen. They're ultimately masters of hide and seek, and the study found females are 68% harder to spot than males. We're better at hiding. Because the girls spend their whole lives way up in treetops, balancing on branches with big fluffy tails. So it's not just a cute cat picture, guys. It's the first time in history scientists have been able to document one of these females living out a full life in the wild.
Okay.
So it's a brand new window to the secret world.
Uh-huh.
So, pound for pound, the Sunda-clouded leopard has the biggest fangs of any wildcat alive. So big that the scientists compare her to the ancient saber-toothed cats. She's like a piece of the living ice age. So, she can travel nearly 20 miles between forests without being spotted and through the treetops. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
This is what gets me. Do you know how they got this photo? It was the indigenous people of Sabah, local families who know the jungle by heart, working as wildlife rangers, running the cameras, walking the dense forest, and standing guard against poachers to protect a creature most of us will never see in our entire lifetime. The ghost of the forest still has the forest because of them.
Now
This
that is newsworthy. Now
I
you convinced me.
Look, I love the fact that they took the indigenous people and they were like, you know what? These people, this is their world. Let's make them rangers.
If you want to be with me, you got to get a J-O-B. All right.
I think it's news.
Next one, the greatest fence in the Pacific. All right, here's the situation. On the island of Kauai, there's a gorgeous coastal cliffs and pinnacles that seabirds have used to nest for thousands of years. Endangered birds, rare birds, birds found nowhere else on Earth. But there was a heartbreaking problem, Sonnies. These birds nest right on the ground. And over the years, invasive predators that don't belong on the
Eat their
islands,
eggs.
like feral cats, pigs, rats,
Nutrients.
we're getting to those nests. For a lot of these little birds, this was the very first spot where they were born,
They died.
and were also where their story had sadly ended. Yes, died.
You said it so nice.
So the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and their local partners built something remarkable. The longest predator exclusion fence in the history of the world. Sonnies, this is no ordinary chain link fence. This is a fortress that's over 11,000 feet long, wrapping around 168 acres of prime nesting ground. That's tall, too tall for a cat to jump. It's got a slick, claw-proof hood on top so cats can't climb over. That's buried skirts so pigs can't dig under. And a mesh is fine enough to not even a rat can squeeze through. For years after it went up, those seabirds are back, raising their chicks in peace, just a few feet from the very spots that used to be so dangerous.
Yes. It was built to keep out the 4 deadliest invasive predators
We're
in the
gonna build a
Pacific.
wall, a great
I knew you
wall.
were gonna do that. It cost about $1.7 billion. 4 years on, seabirds are again nesting safely just meters from spots that used to be death traps.
Uh-huh.
On a similar fence on Oahu caused the number of Newell shearwater chicks to quadruple over a few years.
Wow, that's a lot.
The sanctuary protects birds like endangered, like all these different kinds of birds. It also shelters critically endangered the Hawaiian hoary bat, and the nene, the Hawaiian goose.
The nene! I love it.
So this location was chosen carefully on the dark northern shore with little light pollution. So that's important for these birds to be able to navigate, and there's no power lines for the birds to hit.
The nene is the Hawaiian state bird.
It's the dance.
I didn't know that.
I think it's news.
I think it's newsworthy. I think it's really
It's
cool.
our
'cause
government doing good.
We saved an entire species
Yes.
of animals. I think that's very cool, and I love that
The wall.
that's a great investment. I think that was very well done.
Yes.
All right, story number 3. Class of One Heart, the 64-year-old nurse. Here's the story out of Bristol, England. His name is John, and what a life this man has lived. He grew up in a poor farming family in Nigeria, a curious little boy who was absolutely fascinated by how the family radio worked. That curiosity carried him a long way. He became an electronics technician and lived and worked in Greece fixing equipment, and eventually made his way to the UK. He's a father of 5, and then in his 60s, John did something extraordinary. He went to nursing school.
Switch it, change it, rearrange it.
Now, here's the part that'll make you smile, Sonnies. As John was earning his nursing degree, one day a week, he'd head to campus to study right alongside his own son, Daniel, who was there earning his own degree. Father and son at university together for the very first time. Can you imagine? And John says being around all those young students made him feel young again. He was too polite to say whether having dad on campus had the same effect on Daniel, LOL. Give me some details.
So he completed a 2-year nurse associate program and a 2-year nurse apprenticeships program with the NHS Foundation Trust in Bristol.
Wow.
For part of his studies, he spent 1 day a week on campus at the same time as his son, and his son was earning a degree in creative music technology.
Okay, so different?
Different, but
okay.
that same college. So
Okay.
John has now secured a nursing job at Southmead Hospital where he completed his apprenticeship.
That's beautiful.
In his own words, I didn't think I'd ever go to university, but I have a passion for learning. When I got a chance, I didn't take it for granted. I followed my heart. His message to everyone: don't listen to people who say you're too old for university. If I can do it, others can too.
I love that.
People are more brilliant than they think, and they're stronger than they think.
I love a
This is news.
successful reinvention.
Yes.
Very cool. I'm
This
going
is
to say
definitely
news
news.
2 for me. Great
Yes.
job. 3 out of 3.
Yes.
What do we say in comments? Is Hard News Addie in there? She's saying no to
She
something?
said yes. Except for the bird. She didn't like that story.
Well, now it's time for a little bit of wine. I've been 39.
In 39, the hidden gem of downtown St. Augustine since 2016. This is your secret getaway to a fabulous time. It's tucked away inside the lobby of the St. George Inn, and this charming spot boasts a courtyard setting that's straight out of a dream at the north end of St. George Street. Their wine collection features over 85 unique gems, is a journey into the extraordinary. You'll find wines from both small and large producers. They're open daily from 8 to 8 and Thursday to Sunday from 1 to 7. You got to check them out. Bin 39.
Oh, no, I went. I'm having.
shit.
Oh, it's fine.
I'm sorry.
Hey, girl. Hey, horrible horoscopes. Here we go. We got Libra and Scorpio
It's a reflex.
on deck today. Libra, you're September 23rd to October 22nd. You guys break my heart every time, Libra. I'm so fair and just. Hey, girl, hey! Decision Queen, today, every choice is a trap. You'll agonize for 45 minutes picking a restaurant. It's closed. Back up, closed. Back up. Cash only. And you have a card. You'll settle for a gas station hot dog that's been rotating hypnotically since the Obama administration.
My husband loves those.
What are they called? The glizzies.
Oh,
Then, trying to keep the peace between two friends you'll agree with both, get caught and lose them both by dinner. Balance is your whole brand, Libra. The scales just filed for divorce. Oh, you might need new ones.
Oh, Libra.
Scorpio, here's me.
Uh-oh.
October 23rd through November 21st. Oh, secretive Scorpio, you keep everything locked up tight so the universe hands you a megaphone. You'll be whispering the crown jewel of all gossip, the nuclear secret, the one you swore to take to the grave on speakerphone in a quiet elevator. That the subject of all that gossip is also in. It stops on every floor to maximize your suffering. Your revenge plan will backfire so hard it loops around and helps your enemy. Lay low, girl. Change your identity. The shadows can't save you today. Oh, that was painful.
Silly.
Well, that's a wrap on this Wild Child Wednesday. We chilled, we thrilled, we laughed, we thrived, and most importantly,
We do what we always do. We survive.
that is the right truth. We've got Epic Behavioral Healthcare coming in tomorrow,
Yes.
talking about Second Wind Village. Very excited about that. Guys, hit that share button and have a beautiful rest of your evening.
Do
I'll
it.
see you later. Bye, Sunnies.
Bye, guys.
Yo, that's the show. Before you go, hit the share, let the whole town know.
We got good vibes. We got some for days. Sprinkle that sunny in 100 ways.
Tap it, send it, text your crew.
Tell your mama and your neighbors too.
Word.